Hello everyone, my name is Devdakshin Kumar Patel and today I am going to solve LeetCode question number 2114, that is maximum number of words found in sentence. So in this question, we are given an array of strings and each of the strings represent a sentence. Our task is to count the number of words in each of the sentences and find out which of the sentence has the maximum number of words, and then at the end return the maximum number of words that we have found. So if we look at the first example, you can see that out of all the sentences, the first sentence has 5 words, the second has 4 words, and the third has 6 words. So at the end we have written 6. That is the maximum number of words out of all the sentences. Now if we look at the second example, the first sentence has 2 words and the next 2 sentences has 3 words each. So we have written 3 as the result. Now if we look at the constants, you can see that none of the sentence would be having leading or trailing spaces. So this means if we find the number of spaces in each of the sentences, we could just add 1 to it and get the number of words in that sentence. If we look at the examples, you can see that there are 5 spaces in this sentence and the result was 6, which means if the number of words is equal to number of spaces plus 1. If you look at this example too, you can see that there are 2 spaces and the number of words in it were 3, that is spaces plus 1. So this would be a logic to find the number of words in the sentence. So now let's just solve this question. So first we are going to need a variable max which will store the maximum number of words in it. Now we are going to run a for loop through the array sentences to get each of the sentences. Now inside this loop, we are going to need a variable count which will count the number of spaces in it. Let's just name it spaces to understand it better. Now we will run a for loop through each of the sentences to get each of the characters in the sentences. So now we have to check if that character is a space or not. If we find a space in the sentence, we will just increment the variable spaces which will count the number of spaces in that sentence. And once the for loop ends, we will check if the spaces were greater than the maximum variable or not. If it is greater, then we will give its value to the space variable, to the max variable. Now once this for loop ends, the value of spaces will reset back to 0 and it will check it for the other sentences. And once the parent for loop ends, in the max variable we will have the maximum number of space in any of the sentence. So now if we just return the max plus 1, we will get the maximum number of words in any of the sentence. So to check this, let's just check the test cases. So as you can see, we have passed both of the test cases. So now let's just submit this question. As you can see, the solution was accepted and the runtime was 0 ms. So this was it from my side. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.